What if I told you that the biggest reason for weaker, softer erections after 60 isn't age, it's circulation, and that just one drink made from ingredients in your own kitchen could change everything in under 30 minutes? No blue pills, no side effects, just real science and real results, the kind that leaves you feeling confident, alive, and fully in control. Again, I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist with over 3 decades of experience. I've spent my life helping men regain their vitality, rebuild their confidence, and reconnect with their partners. And I've seen firsthand what happens when the right natural ingredients are used. The right way, most men think. Aging means decline, that you simply have to accept poor performance, weak circulation, and fading desire. But what if I told you that's false? That there are 4 powerful natural ingredients: beetroot, cayenne, l'arginine, with alcitrolline and pomegranate juice, that when combined can flood your system with nitric oxide and dramatically improve blood flow, where it matters most, without waiting weeks to feel it. In this video, I'll walk you step by step through each ingredient, the science behind it, and exactly how to prepare the fastest natural drink for rock-solid erections in minutes. And stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal the one preparation trick that multiplies the results and turns this from a good drink into a game-changer. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and turn on the bell, so you never miss another natural, science-backed health tip, designed specifically for men over 60. And if you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments to let me know. If not, type 0. I'm always listening and looking for ways to serve you better. All right, let's get into it. Starting with the very first ingredient, and honestly, it's the foundation of this entire formula. This one simple food has been clinically shown to boost blood flow in just minutes, and it's something most men completely overlook. I'm talking about beetroot juice, the natural nitric oxide powerhouse that kickstarts circulation and sets the stage for firmer, fuller erections. Here's how it works. 1 beetroot juice, the nitric beetroot juice. Oxide igniter. If there's one natural food I wish more men over 60 knew about, it's beetroot. I can't tell you how many of my patients come in worried about performance, thinking something is wrong with their testosterone or fearing it's just age catching up. And yes, hormone changes play a role. But what almost no one realizes is that the real issue is usually circulation blood flow. That's the engine behind every strong, lasting erection. And beetroot is one of the most powerful natural ways to start it. Beets are rich in natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that acts like a switch, signaling your blood vessels to relax, open up, and let blood flow freely through your body. That includes your heart, your brain, your muscles, and yes, your most important muscle below the belt. When blood can't flow freely, everything slows down, energy drops, confidence drops, and the ability to get and maintain an erection fades. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be that way. Clinical research from the University of Exeter showed that drinking beetroot juice could increase nitric oxide production and improve circulation by 16% in just a matter of minutes, not days, not weeks, minutes. That kind of speed is rare in the world of natural health, and it's one of the reasons beetroot is the foundation of this drink. I've had older patients try this for the first time and come back to me surprised, grinning even because they hadn't felt that kind of rush or firmness in years. And all it took was a glass of this deep red, nutrient-packed juice. No prescriptions, no waiting rooms, just the right nutrients delivered in the right way. It's also a win for your overall health. Beets help lower blood pressure, fight inflammation, support liver detox, and improve oxygen flow to your brain. You're not just improving intimacy, you're supporting your entire system. And when you feel better, you perform better. Not just in the bedroom, but in life to prepare it. You don't need anything fancy, just take 2 Medium beets, wash them. Don't peel them and blend them with half a cup of water until smooth. That's it, simple, powerful, and fast. But here's where things get even more interesting. Beetroot opens the door, but what happens when we add an ingredient that forces that door wide open and sends a wave of heat and energy through your bloodstream? Trust me, you're going to want to feel what comes next. If you're still here and this information is resonating with you, type the number 1 in the comments so I know you're still with me and taking this seriously now. Let's keep going, because point number 2 is where things really start to heat up. 2, cayenne pepper, capsaicin, the circulation accelerator. Now that we've opened up the blood vessels with beetroot, it's time to ignite them. And I mean that literally. The next ingredient I recommend to every man who wants faster, stronger, and more reliable erections is cayenne pepper. Yes, that fiery red spice you've probably used in your kitchen your whole life, but you've likely never looked at it. The way I'm about to show you, I still remember a patient of mine, Tom, 67 years old, a retired Navy officer, fit for his age. But he came to me frustrated. He told me he was doing everything right. He exercised, watched his diet, took supplements, but things still weren't working like they used to. And he said, "Doc, I just don't feel the fire anymore." So I told him about cayenne pepper, just a pinch, add it to your beetroot juice. Trust the process. He looked at me like I was crazy, but a week later he called me and said, "That fire, it's back." The key compound in cayenne pepper is called capsaicin. It's what gives cayenne its heat, but it's also a powerful vasodilator, meaning it helps expand your blood vessels, allowing more blood to surge through your body faster and with more pressure. That heat you feel when you consume it, that's blood moving, that's circulation accelerating. In 2017, a study from Laval University in Canada confirmed what I had already seen countless times in practice. Capsaicin can increase nitric oxide levels by 24% within minutes and improve overall vascular function by over 30% in just a few weeks. That means stronger, longer-lasting erections, reduced blood pressure, and more consistent energy without any pharmaceuticals. But cayenne pepper does more than improve blood flow. It also starts your metabolism, melts stubborn fat, reduces inflammation, and even helps relieve joint pain for older men. That's a game changer. You're not just supporting one system, you're energizing your entire body. It's a full system upgrade in one natural spice. Now, I'll be honest, this one isn't for the faint of heart. You'll feel it the first time you try it. But that warmth, that tingling in your chest and belly, that's life moving through your veins again, that's your body waking up. And just when you think we've reached the peak of this performance formula, I'm going to introduce you to 2 amino acids that take everything you've just heard and multiply it. They don't just support blood flow, they keep it going stronger and longer than you thought possible. Let's keep going. 3. L-arginine plus L-serine blend. L-arginine plus L-citrulline. Blend the rocket fuel when it comes to boosting blood flow. Most men stop at the basics. They look for a quick fix, a shortcut. But if you really want lasting performance, if you want to feel strong, steady, and confident, not just once, but every time you need something that doesn't just start the engine but keeps it running. That's exactly what the combination of L-arginine and L-citrulline does. I call it the rocket fuel. Because it doesn't just ignite your circulation, it sustains it. I remember one gentleman in particular, Robert, 72 years old, a kind man, quiet, the type who didn't say much, but carried a weight in his eyes. He told me his confidence had faded, not just in the bedroom, but everywhere. I don't feel like a man anymore. He said that hit me hard. I told him, "Robert, we're going to rebuild from the inside out." I started him on L-arginine and L-citrulline alongside the other ingredients. Within a few weeks, he came back, standing taller. Smiling, "Doc," he said, "my wife noticed, and so did I." So how does it work? L-arginine is the raw material your body uses to produce nitric oxide. Without it, nothing flows. But on its own, it breaks down too quickly. That's where LCU1 comes in. Citrulline helps the body produce arginine naturally and keeps nitric oxide levels elevated longer. It's a partnership. They work better together than they ever could. Apart, it's like adding high-performance fuel to a finely tuned engine. In fact, a study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that men who combined these two amino acids experienced a 68% improvement in erection firmness within just a few weeks. That's not just a bump. That's the difference between feeling unsure and feeling unstoppable. And for older men whose nitric oxide levels have naturally dropped with age, this combination doesn't just help. It restores these amino acids also carry other benefits. Reduced muscle soreness, improved heart function, better endurance, and even deeper sleep. Your whole body feels recharged, not just one part of it. So when you mix these into your beet and cayenne base, you're no longer relying on just one mechanism. You're creating a complete system, a formula that builds up, holds steady, and delivers when it matters most. But we're not finished yet, because next we're going to add something sweet, something rich, something ancient, an ingredient that not only increases nitric oxide, but also supports hormones, stamina, and heart health all at once. And trust me, your body will thank you for this one. If you're still watching and finding this valuable, go ahead and type the number 1 in the comments. I want to know you're here and engaged. Now, let's keep moving forward with point number 4, because this next ingredient ties everything together in a powerful way. Pomegranate juice. 4. Pomegranate juice. The finishing touch. There's something almost poetic about pomegranate juice. It's sweet, deep in colour, rich in history, and yet many men overlook it completely. But what if I told you that this ancient fruit holds one of the most powerful secrets for modern male vitality? That it's not just a drink, but a performance enhancer rooted in science and tradition alike. I'll be honest, when I first started recommending pomegranate juice to my older patients, some of them looked skeptical. One man, Frank, 74 years old, said to me, "Doc, I thought that was just a fruit women drank for antioxidants." I smiled and said, "Frank, that antioxidant might just be the secret weapon your blood vessels have been waiting for." A few weeks later, he came back laughing. He told me he had more stamina than he'd had in years, and his wife had already bought another bottle of juice. You see, pomegranate juice is loaded with natural compounds called polyphenols, which not only protect your arteries, but also increase nitric oxide production by over 25%. That means stronger blood flow, longer lasting performance, and greater endurance. And unlike synthetic solutions, this isn't about forcing the body into action. It's about supporting it so it performs the way it was meant to. But there's more. Pomegranate doesn't just enhance blood flow, it helps reduce arterial plaque, build up, improves heart health, and even supports testosterone production, something many older men struggle with but rarely talk about. It's a gentle but powerful way to nourish your system from the inside out. And the results can be felt not only during intimacy, but throughout your daily life. More energy, more clarity, more confidence. What makes pomegranate the perfect final ingredient in this formula is how it brings everything together. Beetroot opens the vessels, cayenne lights the fire, arginine and citrulline sustain the flow, and pomegranate locks it in, extends it and protects it. It's the finishing touch that turns this drink from helpful to extraordinary. Now you might be wondering how to bring all these ingredients together. What's the right amount? When should you drink it? And how can you make sure you're getting the full effect? Well, stay with me, because next I'm going to walk you through the exact preparation method that delivers all of these benefits fast and ensures your body absorbs every last drop of performance-boosting power. You won't want to miss this. Part 5, preparation. Preparation. Instructions. Now that you know the ingredients, let's talk about how to bring them together into one powerful drink that works. And works fast because timing preparation. And even the way you drink this blend can make all the difference. I've had patients who tried these ingredients separately and got minimal results, but when they followed this exact combination and timing, the change was undeniable. This is where intention meets transformation. Let me walk you through it. Just like I would in my clinic, first take 2 medium-sized beets, give them a good wash, but don't peel them. The skin is packed with nutrients your body can use. Slice them roughly and toss them into a blender with half a cup of water. Blend until it's smooth, thick, vibrant, deep red. That's your nitric oxide base. That's your foundation. Next, add half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I won't lie, this part packs a punch, but it's that warmth that tells you it's working. You'll feel it almost immediately. Like your circulation is waking up from a long nap. Now comes the rocket fuel, 1.5 teaspoon of lacatulin powder and 1.5 teaspoon of L-arginine powder. Stir them in thoroughly until they dissolve into that ruby red blend. These are your deep drivers of long-lasting blood flow. They make sure the benefits don't just start fast. They stay strong. Finally, pour in half a cup of 100% pure pomegranate juice. Not from concentrate, no added sugar, just the real thing. This is what ties it all together and adds that extra layer of endurance and hormone support. Stir it. Well, take a deep breath and drink it all in one go. Don't sip it slowly. This isn't a casual beverage. This is a performance priming formula designed to flood your body with nitric oxide and energy. Quickly for best results, drink it on an empty stomach. At least 30 to 45 minutes before intimacy or physical activity. That timing allows your body to absorb it fast and direct that flow exactly where it's needed. You can drink it daily to build long-term vascular strength or save it for the moments that matter most. Either way, you'll notice a difference, not just in how your body responds, but in how you feel. Overall, stronger, sharper, more like yourself again. Now, if you've made it this far, I know you're serious about taking back control of your health, your performance, and your confidence. And as we move into the final part of this video, I want to leave you with something even more important than a recipe, a mindset shift that could change how you age from this day forward. Final thoughts. If you've made it to this point, I want to say something honest and from the heart, because I know this isn't just about ingredients or blood flow. It's about what it means to feel like a man again, to feel strong, capable, connected to yourself and to the person you love. And for many of the men I've treated over the last 30 years, that sense of self had quietly slipped away. Not all at once, but gradually. A little less energy, a little less confidence, a little more frustration each time things didn't go quite right. But the truth is, it doesn't have to stay that way. What I've shown you today isn't magic, it's science, rooted in decades of research and real results. When you combine beetroot juice to ignite nitric oxide, cayenne to accelerate blood flow, L-arginine and L-catrolin to keep that flow going, and pomegranate juice to enhance and protect everything, you're not just drinking a health tonic, you're reclaiming your edge naturally, safely and powerfully. I've seen it work. I've seen the look in a man's eyes when he comes back to tell me, "Doc, I feel alive again." It's not just physical, it's emotional. It's the kind of change that reaches into every part of your life. You stand taller, you speak more clearly, you remember who you used to be before you started settling for less. And that's what this drink offers. Not just performance, but pride. Not just energy, but identity. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. You are not too old. You are not too far gone. Your body still wants to work for you. You just need to give it the right tools. And every single ingredient I've shared with you today is one of those tools when used together with the right timing and intention. They can help you feel results faster than you ever imagined possible. And remember, you don't need to drink this every single day to benefit. Start where you are. Try it before an important moment. Feel the difference. And once you do, you'll know what I mean. Because your story isn't over. You still have strength in you, fire in you, and more connection to give. And sometimes all it takes to unlock it is one glass of the right drink at the right time. If this video helped you or gave you something to think about, please give it a like, share it with another man who might need it, and leave a comment below. Your feedback means a lot, and it helps me keep creating content that truly serves you.